Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on issue 2 of Spider-Gwen. Now, as you know, this run is supposed to be a 5-issue, mini-series that was meant to give you a small taste of the plans for the Spider-Gwen series. And the cover has Spider-Gwen looking on by an army of vultures, and let's get on with the story. The story says previously where it introduces what happens to Gwen. And you kind of got Gwen passed out in an ocean liner saying, sleeping on... And then basically meet Spider-Ham, who's kind of meant to be a bit of her conscious, like Jimmy Cricket saying, Upsy daisy, lazy wazy, the vulture's getting away. Peter, is that you? And so she pretty much sees that it's Spider-Ham, and yeah, unconsciously pukes in the Hudson River, and talks about, being beaten by the vulture and that. And even remembers falling down to her presumed death, and even using her web-like parachute arms to kind of safely land. And after basically realizing that her phone's missing, and you can tell it has everything on there, notes, history, messages from her dad, and this will be a dead giveaway if anyone finds it. And what's interesting is it is found by a careless police officer, and you can tell Captain Stacy does get annoyed when she says, "You gotta be kidding me with this, right, Officer Boyle?" No, sir. I mean, the phone screen is locked, but... Son, you picked up possible evidence from a crime scene. Oh, that's it. Oh, it rates at least an O. And you can tell that Captain Stacy does calm down and says it's still going to be a strike. And you can tell he's still a rookie in that. So, yeah, the Wolf and that talk with Captain Stacy. And they pretty much do have some leads. And we see Gwen waking up, which she's now at her apartment with her friends Glory and MJ. And turns out that Randy found her in a bar, unconscious. And you can tell this is the point where Glory and MJ start to kind of argue with each other. And you can kind of tell right away MJ's being a bit selfish. And you can tell Glory is quick to defend MJ. And yeah, Gwen pretty much leaves, and you can tell MJ's thinking, crap, what have I done? And you can tell she says, for real? But no, wait, you can't don't you see? Look at us, the MJs need you. And it is clear that she knows that she's messed up and tries to get her back. You kind of got Castle interrogating Wilson Fisk, and does kind of get annoyed with him, and even Captain Stacy has to calm him down, and they do get a message from his lawyer, and of course does point out that Fisk has been a model inmate, and he hasn't done any real crimes. And it turns out the new Kingpin is Matt Murdock, who in this universe is meant to be the bad guy, and does interrogate the Vulture for letting Gwen Stacy presumably die, and even checks his pulse to see if he's telling the truth about not finding a body, but is pleased that he hasn't properly killed her. So of course you've got Spider-Ham eating a corn dog, and pretty much Gwen decides to find her father, and even while talking with Spider-Ham, saying about, letting the people in your life be with you. And we see Captain Stacy and Frank Castle at a bar, and you can tell Captain Stacy does try to open up to Frank after finding out he's a father himself, and this is a moment you can tell he does want to socialize, and shows the picture of his family. And this is a moment you can tell that he doesn't want to interact with Captain Stacy, and leaves saying, I'm going back to work. And this is where you can tell he does get annoyed with Gwen's actions as well with everything going on. And after getting out of the bar, him and MJ meet face to face and saying, "I'm looking for you," and ending the story. So, yeah, issue 2 isn't too bad. I still think they should have had the Gwen Stacy universe version of Peter Parker to be a conscience. I kind of feel the story has a sort of more time to get to know more about Captain Stacy's life, and I kind of feel, yeah, the Gwen story is mediocre, but it's not too bad. So I think it deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.